you're feeling anxious about birth, you're not alone. The mind fears what it cannot control, and birth is definitely one of those utterly uncontrollable scenarios. If this is your first time around, you have no idea what to expect, what it will feel like, or how you or your partner will cope. If this isn't your first time giving birth, maybe you've got fears and anxieties based on your previous birth experience. Things that were painful or traumatic, or a sense of lost control over the outcome. It's perfectly normal to feel all of these things. I'm Dr. Eva, a certified perinatal chiropractor, and in today's video, I'm going to share my 3-part strategy to overcome these feelings of anxiety so you can start to rewire those fears and replace them with confidence going into your labor. The first step to decrease anxiety around labor is to write down a list of all your fears. You want to get them out of your head and onto the paper. And I would start with the biggest, scariest fears first. The very process of putting pen to paper can start to diffuse these anxious thoughts. Putting them into words takes them from this all-powerful, nameless entity and turns it into a simple thought or emotion, and it enables you to see it for what it is. Once you have your list of fears, you can start going through it and walk yourself through each worst-case scenario event. Educate yourself about the likelihood of each taking place and what options you would have to cope if you did. You can bring this list to your doula or maybe your provider if they're super supportive and awesome, and you can talk through the scenarios together and see what tips or resources they have for you. This process doesn't remove your fear entirely, but it definitely can lessen that sense of anxiety because it puts some of the power back in your hands. So now we've walked ourselves through the worst scenarios, and hopefully we've seen that they aren't quite as scary as they were floating around in our head. At a minimum, we have a sense of what options might be available to us and what we might do should those events transpire. The next step of this process is now to start envisioning the best case scenario. What would your labor and birth look like and feel like if none of those fears came to fruition, and instead you could experience the birth of your dreams? We are going to write out and create a visual anchor of the best birth we can imagine for ourselves. Get super detailed with it. Where do you see yourself in this dream birth vision? Who is in the room with you? What noises, smells, and sensations are there? How are you feeling mentally? Picture that moment when you're finally holding your baby in your arms. How do you feel about yourself, about your body, about your capabilities and your power? Write down some words, emotions, or you can even outline entire paragraphs and write a little mini story out of this. And then you can take this exercise as far as your mind and imagination will allow. I'm a really visual person, so I made a big vision board that I could look at every single day that captured the essence of my ideal birth. Pictures and images of birth or just people who inspire me. Images that capture that state of euphoria after accomplishing something really big, like a runner busting through the finish line, or Beyonce in a moment of Sasha Fierce, that confident alter ego that she has on stage. You can put pictures of loved ones or your support system. Feel free to add in words like strength, confidence, power, or affirmations like I am safe, I am enough, I trust my body, I was made for this. And then put up your piece of paper or big vision board, if you have it, somewhere super visible where you'll be sure to see it every single day. You could put it on your bedroom or bathroom mirror, on the back of your bedroom door, tape it to your dashboard in your car or your refrigerator, whatever keeps it in your line of sight. You will be amazed at how powerful it is to transform your emotional state on a daily basis. So now we've got our vision of our ideal birth. We're looking at it every day, and the anxiety is starting to be replaced with excitement at what's possible. The third and final step of this process is to continuously protect this vision from negativity and naysayers. In order to do this, you have to control your feed. How many times have you been mindlessly scrolling through social media and you read someone's traumatic birth story, or you read some piece of advice that makes you feel like absolute crap? Maybe it fills you with regret or shame. We don't need that energy right now. It's not about putting your head in the sand and pretending negativity doesn't exist, but it's okay to create a bit of a protective bubble around your energy while you're pregnant. It's even necessary. This day and age, it takes a lot of effort to actively resist letting all of that BS in, but your nervous system and baby's nervous system are one. So being mindful about the media that you consume, whether it's social media or the types of shows and movies that you're watching, it's really important that what you're choosing to let in is only that which will help you feel calm and at ease. So don't be afraid to hit mute or unfollow or unsubscribe for the remainder of your pregnancy if you need to. So there it is, my 3-step system to lessen anxiety around birth. First, write down your fears. Then visualize your ideal birth. And lastly, control your feed. Now we can't control birth, but every labor is different. Every baby is different. And every moment is an opportunity to trust your body, trust your baby, and trust the process of birth that has brought forth every human ever to exist in the history of time. If you want more support, shifting your mindset from, I don't know if I can do this, to, I can't wait to kick ass during birth, I've got courses for pregnancy and for birth prep to help you feel mentally and physically prepared for whatever lies ahead. You can check those out in the links below. And if any of these tips have helped you, I want to hear about it. Please share and leave us a comment. You got this. See you next time.